episode 3 of Fangirl Friday. My name is Aida Jacobs, romance author, as well as the titular fangirl. And welcome back to my channel. Just welcome back. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you found your way to my little parlor. Anyway, to business, shall we? First things first, very important thing first. Now then, to business. On this episode of Fangirl Friday, I am very excited. If you're new to this, Fangirl Friday is my time and place to just gush about authors that I enjoy reading. Doesn't matter if they're living or dead. If I love their work, I'm gonna fangirl out about it on my channel, on this specific little segment. So anyway, today's episode, drum roll please. Thank you, self. You're welcome, self. Today's episode features none other than the OG master of horror and suspense, Edgar Allan Poe. You know what? To get more into the spirit of this episode, hang on. Edgar. Okay. He's a Halloween decoration that I leave out all year round because I'm one of those ladies that loves Halloween. Okay. Anyway, what can I say about Poe? He's awesome. I mean, the Raven, the Black Cat, the Cask of Amontillado, Fall of the House of Usher, Mask of Red Death, just so many awesome and delightfully creepy and spoopy not just tales and stories, but poems as well. I mean, the man's reputation truly precedes him. Just very talented, and tragically taken away from this world far too soon. Now, I have been a Poe fangirl ever since I was a wee little bean. And when I say wee little bean, I mean I was in 3rd grade, so around 10 years old. 9 years old, I was 9. And my first exposure to Poe was The Raven, and I can't explain it. I don't know why exactly I became just hyper fixated on that poem, but that was the gateway. I heard it and instantly it was just a case of, I must have it. I need it. And so, I think it was for my birthday. My father got for me as a gift a paperback of Poe. You know, it was just a standard mass market paperback, and it had a bunch of his poems, it had a bunch of his stories. It didn't have everything, but it had a fair amount. And he gave it to me kind of as a, all right, I'll indulge your little obsession, and you're 9, you'll be done with this in like a week. Because let's face it, what 9-year-old doesn't fall into that pattern of behavior? But, surprise, that was not the case. If anything, it just sparked the fire, and it just left me open to more works of his. It left me open to the works of Tim Burton. You know, other people were like, oh, his stuff is weird. What do you, I don't get it. Meanwhile, I'm over here just like, more please. Yeah. So many years later, after that paperback copy of mine essentially disintegrated into nothingness from overuse, I went and treated myself to this gargantuan bad boy. It's got all his stuff, and yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, while I was writing my debut romance novel, Ghosts of Chateau Renêtre, if you're new here and you haven't seen my other videos, this is the book I'm talking about. Poe was among one of the many authors that I had as inspiration kicking around in my head, you know, for themes and atmospheric aesthetics, that sort of thing. You know, Poe was the start of all that. If I hadn't discovered Poe, then I wouldn't have fallen in love with other Gothic tales like Legend of Sleepy Hollow or Jane Eyre. You know, I don't know what it was about the Raven that triggered the little part of my brain that's just craving of spoopy stuff, but it did. And yeah, I mean, if you have any question as to the awesomeness of Poe, you don't get much more awesome than having a band create an album devoted, based upon your works. The band in question is the Alan Parsons Project, and no joke, and I'll link it down below, but they released an album that was just a love letter to Poe. The songs on there were, they had a song that was based off of The Raven. They had The Telltale Heart. They had Cask of Amontillado, which is a personal favorite of mine. I just the harmonies and the melodies of that song. It's very gentle, sweet, almost like a lullaby, but at the same time, there's also this sinister undertone, because if you've read the story, you know what I'm talking about, right? If you haven't, read it. Check it out for yourself, because I will not be doing any spoilers on this channel. At least not if I can avoid it, because I hate it when things get spoiled for me. So I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. Just know that if you are in the mood for a delightfully creepy romp through dark catacombs, check out The Cask of Amontillado. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So, yeah, doesn't matter how old I get, doesn't matter how many books I read, how many authors I discover, Poe is always gonna have a special place in my weird, dark little heart. And I have no doubt that he will continue to serve as a source of inspiration for the other books that I have planned for my Haunted Heart series, which, in case you didn't know, because in case you didn't pick up my book, the series which is kicked off by The Ghost of Chateau Renêtre is called Haunted Hearts, and it's a collection of historical romances with gothic undertones, because that's the kind of stuff that I love. You know, I love a gothic tale with creepy corridors, creaky hallways, creaky steps, the whole... Was that a shadow? Is that somebody there? No, I love that kind of stuff. Gore? No. I am not a fan of gore. I hate that. I mean, you can keep your Texas Chainsaw Massacres and all of that, but stuff like Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, The Exorcist, just anything with ghosts and goblins, give it to me. I love that kind of, even if there isn't an actual ghost, just the possibility that there could be one, but you don't know if it's really there or not. I love that. I live for that. Just, and it's all because of Poe. It's all because of this bad mamma jamma of the literary world. Yes, I call them a bad mamma jamma. I regret nothing. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Edgar? All right, and I can't think of anything else to say on the subject. I mean, yay for Poe. Poe is awesome. I'm sure you've read at least one of his works in school. Go out and read more of them. Bring a little spoopiness into your life. A little spoopiness never hurt anybody. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on the subject. I will link some of the songs that are actually here on YouTube from the Alan Parsons album that I was talking about earlier, so you can see what I'm talking about, or not so much see, but listen. But you know what I mean. I will link them down below. And please like, please subscribe. In lieu of that, please consider buying my book, The Ghosts of Chateau Renêtre. It is available on Amazon in this gorgeous paperback. Seriously, look at this beautiful cover. I love it so much. Oh, it's also available in Kindle and Kindle Unlimited. So you've got plenty of options, whether you prefer your books old school and paperback and in possession of that delicious booky smell. Who among us doesn't love that smell? Or if you prefer to carry hundreds of books with you at a time, you can easily get it into your Kindle library for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. So I really, in all sincerity, I do hope you give it a chance, and I do hope you enjoy it. If you're a fan of Poe or Charlotte Bronte or any of these amazing Gothic authors, you will enjoy this. I promise. And that's it. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Have a great night.